This is probably an unpopular opinion, but as readers, most of us do the 3 strikes and you're out rule. So 3 books that you don't like or that were mediocre from an author, and then you choose no longer to read from them. I have, however, done 1 strike and you're out because I know sometimes authors follow a certain formula and it doesn't align with my reading taste. And I know some people don't like to put negative things out there, but I think it's helpful to know. So today we're going to be talking about Alex Michaelides. As far as I know, he's only had 3 published books, and this is my very unpopular opinion. This is the order I read them in, and this is my star ratings. First, I read The Maidens, which was a 3-star. Then I read The Silent Patient, which was a 3-star. And then I read The Fury, which was a 2.75. Just a brief synopsis. The Maidens. It follows a grieving group, a psychotherapist, who goes on this quest to solve murders that have presented itself at Cambridge University, where one of her nieces goes. And she has her sights set and is hellbent that it is one of the professors who has a little secret society called the Maidens, and he just recruits women. My opinion was this book started off really strong, but it got so boring and repetitive. Unfortunately, it is more of, all of these books actually, are more general fiction masquerading as a mystery. There's nothing thrilling about it. There's nothing scary about it. I was bored. Next, we have The Silent Patient, which was actually his first book written, and then I read it after The Maidens. This follows a psychotherapist who's obsessed with a patient who is a very celebrated artist. She killed her husband and has since gone mute and hasn't spoken. So he becomes super obsessed with her, and we follow through his journey through this. Again, first half was so interesting. The ending, I guessed it, and I hate when that happens. It's kind of like Freedom McFadden. It's fun to read while you're doing it, but ultimately you didn't gain anything from it. And again, leaning general fiction. I do not enjoy general fiction, so that could be a big part of it. I feel like the plot is very flimsy. I feel like at the end we didn't get the resolution that I wanted. Lastly, which is the most recent read, was The Fury. On a private Greek island, a group of friends congregate to have a little holiday in paradise, where unfortunately a murder occurs. It's been narrated by someone who is neither a reliable narrator nor really fits into this group as a whole. It was more of a character study, which again for me leans more general fiction. There was nothing thrilling about it. There was nothing suspenseful about it. I feel like the way the story was told, we started at the end, worked our way to the beginning, and it was obvious. It was really obvious the outcome of it. So for these reasons, unfortunately, I will no longer be reading any Alex Michaelides books. I just find them very boring and I never gain anything from it. At the end, I'm just like, let me know if you have any authors like this.